a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Anthony Davis, basketball. Anthony Marshon Davis Jr. is an American professional basketball player for the New Orleans Pelicans of the National Basketball Association. He plays the power forward and center positions. Davis was selected first overall in the 2012 NBA draft by New Orleans, is a five-time NBA All-Star, and has been named to two All-NBA first teams. He also earned a gold medal playing with Team USA at the 2012 Summer Olympics. Davis played one season of college basketball for the University of Kentucky, when he was first-team All-American and the Consensus National Player of the Year. He also won the USBWA National Freshman of the Year, NABC Defensive Player of the Year, and the Pete Newell Big Man Award. Davis led the NCAA in blocks and set Southeastern Conference and NCAA Division I freshman single-season blocked shots records. He led Kentucky to a national championship and was named Most Outstanding Player of the NCAA tournament. Davis left college for the NBA after one season and was drafted by New Orleans, then known as the New Orleans Hornets, and was selected that summer to play for the Team USA in the 2012 Olympics. After his rookie season, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. The next season, he became an All-Star for the first time and led the NBA in blocked shots per game. He has since become a five-time All-Star and the youngest player to score 59 or more points in an NBA game. In 2017, he was named the recipient of the NBA All-Star Game MVP award after setting an All-Star Game scoring record of 52 points en route. High school career. Davis is from the south side of Chicago and played high school basketball for Perspectives Charter School, where he had attended school since 6th grade. The team plays in a division of the Chicago Public High School League, known as the Blue Division, that is ignored by the media because of its lower level of competition. Perspectives is a charter school that operates as a math and science academy with high academic pedigree but minimal athletic success. The school had no gymnasium and Davis's middle school basketball teams practiced at a nearby church. In junior high school, he was known as the little guy who would shoot threes from the corner. He ended his freshman year at a height of 6 feet. By the beginning of his sophomore year, he had grown another 1 in, and he finished the year at 6 feet. As an unheralded guard after his sophomore season, he worked out with his cousins on guard drills that their father had developed. Davis did not play in the spring/summer AAU circuit between 8th grade and his junior year. He began his junior year at a height of 6 feet and his junior basketball season at 6 feet, saying he felt fortunate to have had such a rapid growth spurt without any knee pains. During his junior year, his family considered having him transfer to one of Chicago's basketball powerhouses, but Hyde Park Career Academy head coach Donnie Kirksey, who knew Davis Sr. well, advised against it, saying, "If you're good enough, they'll find you wherever you are." Perspectives finished the season 8-15, although he remained unnoticed nationally and locally. After 3 seasons of Chicago Public League play, he was soon thereafter rated as the player in the class of 2011 by Scout.com, and in the ESPN U100. Rivals.com rated him the player behind Austin Rivers. The attention came when he started playing on Ty Street's Mean Streets traveling system in the spring of his junior year. As late as spring 2010 he was still unknown, but began to be noticed in mid-April. In late April, Syracuse offered him a scholarship. That spring, NBA Top 100 camp director Dave Tellep invited him to the camp based on his dominant first-half performance of the first game of the Fort Wayne, Indiana Spice Fieldhouse event. That summer his talent was attention-grabbing. In August 2010, Davis played in the Nike Global Challenge in Hillsboro, Oregon. In the opening game, he had 23 points and 9 rebounds. Davis verbally committed to Kentucky on August 13, 2010, choosing it over his other finalists, which were DePaul, Ohio State, and Syracuse. He had officially visited DePaul and Ohio State. On August 24, 2010, he became the #1 rated player in the national class of 2011 at Scout.com. The pay-for-play scandal had played out very publicly in the press before Davis committed to Kentucky. The Chicago Sun-Times reported that his father, Anthony Davis Sr., asked Kentucky for $200,000 for a commitment from his son. The report was initially released on Wednesday, August 4, 2010 by Sun-Times reporter Michael O'Brien. Citing a reliable source, he posted the following text: "Rumors/sources that of Davis choosing Kentucky are also alleging that the commitment cost $200,000." Before it was edited to say, "Rumors that Davis's commitment is for sale have surfaced since he cut his list of schools down about a month ago," and then removed later that day from the Sun-Times high school sports website following a threat from a University of Kentucky lawyer. A Lexington, Kentucky law firm sent a letter under the signature of attorney Stephen L. Barker that expressed a formal demand that you withdraw the publication from any source from which it has been published, and issue an immediate statement that you know of no credible evidence indicating that there is any truth to the rumors referred to in your article. Baker's letter also threatened potential punitive damages for your malicious and willful actions. Anthony Davis Sr. declined to speak to the Chicago Tribune on August 4 regarding the allegation, although he denied the allegations to the Sun-Times, stating, "We haven't asked anyone for anything, and no one has offered us anything." On July 30, before the story broke, the article was reposted on the Sun-Times website and included in the print edition on Friday, August 6, where O'Brien wrote, "Sources from 3 separate universities told the Sun-Times that Davis Sr. asked for money in return for his son's commitment, with the amounts ranging from $125,000 to $150,000. The University of Kentucky and the Davis family both threatened to sue the Sun-Times over the article. However, no lawsuits were filed by Kentucky or the Davis family. The Davises and Kentucky claimed the restated publication was false. Illinois' 1-year statute of limitations on libel cases expired before any lawsuits were filed. Davis signed his national letter of intent on November 10, 2010. He began his senior season on the Chicago Sun-Times Area 2010 Top 50 list. He was a preseason first-team All-State selection by the Sun-Times along with Ryan Boatwright, Wayne Blackshear, Michael Henry, and Jabari Parker. By that time, he stood at 6 feet according to Roger Bonn of Slam magazine, who saw him play more than 10 times. Davis retained his guard instincts after his growth spurt. Despite Davis's individual prowess, Perspectives began the season with a 0-6 record. He sat out one of those games with minor forearm and leg injuries. It took a near quadruple-double on December 15, 2010 against Benito Juarez Community Academy, when he posted 32 points, 21 rebounds, 11 assists and 9 blocked shots for the team to earn its first victory in its 7th game. The team's subsequent game against Whitney M. Young Magnet High School, played at Chicago State University, was nationally televised on ESPNU. Later in the season, he missed some games due to a sprained right thumb. Despite losing approximately 3/4 of its regular season games, Perspective earned a Class 3A regional play-in game victory against Noble Street Charter High School in the Illinois High School Association State playoffs, when Davis totaled 33 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 blocked shots and 4 steals. However, after losing the subsequent regional semi-final game to King College Prep High School, the team finished with a 6-19 record. Despite his growth, he continued to perform much of the role of a guard by bringing the ball up the court and shooting outside shots. For the season, he averaged 32 points, 22 rebounds and 7 blocks. In high school, Davis earned numerous honors for his basketball abilities, including being named to the 2011 McDonald's All-American Game and the 10th annual Jordan Brand Classic. Although he had not been rated in the Mr. Basketball USA poll to end the 2009-10 season, he began the 2010-11 season ranked 5th, which was the highest of previously unranked players, and finished the season 4th behind Rivers, Mike Gilchrist, and Bradley Beal. He joined those three, and James Michael McAdoo, as first-team USA Today All-USA High School Basketball Team selections. He was a first-team Parade All-American. He was also a first-team All-American selection by Slam Magazine and Dime Magazine. He was a first-team selection to the ESPN Rise Boys High School Basketball All-American Team. However, in the statewide voting for the Illinois Mr. Basketball by coaches and media, He only placed fourth behind co-winners Boatwright and Chasson Randall and third-place finisher Blackshear. Those four, and Abdel Nader, formed the Chicago Tribune All-State First Team. The Chicago Sun-Times selected him as a Class 3A First Team All-State selection along with Blackshear. The Chicago Sun-Times selected him as an All-Public League selection along with Blackshear, Parker, Henry and DJ Tolliver. The Illinois Basketball Coaches Association included him in the Class 3A/4A Boys All-State First Team. In the March 30, 2011 McDonald's All-American game, in front of a hometown crowd at the United Center, he made his first 5 field goals on his way to a 14-point, 6-rebound, 2-steal and 4-block performance. In the April 9 Nike Hoops Summit, Davis led the USA basketball team to a 92-80 victory over the world team with a team-high 10 rebounds to go along with 16 points and 2 blocks. He was named co-MVP of the April 16 Jordan Brand Classic game after posting 29 points, 11 rebounds and 4 blocks in a losing effort. Davis's 29 points was the second highest point total in the first 10 years of the Jordan Brand Classic, following only LeBron James's 34-point performance. College career. Davis committed to the Kentucky Wildcats, coached by John Calipari, before his college career began. He was being mentioned as the NBA draft first overall selection in the 2012 NBA draft. In late February, Dick Vitale mentioned the possibility that Davis might complete the Men's College Basketball Awards Grand Slam of National Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year and the number 1 overall pick in the upcoming draft. During the exhibition portion of the season for the 2011-12 Wildcats, Calipari described Davis as follows: "He's 6'10" with a 7'3" wingspan, and he can shoot the 3 and dribble the ball and lead the break." Less than a month into the season, ESPN's Andy Katz described him similarly. Davis offers a multitude of skills for the Wildcats with his ability to block shots, run the floor, score in the low post and face up to the basket. Since Calipari had coached Marcus Camby, who was also a tall shot blocker, Davis drew comparisons to Camby. ESPN selected Davis as a preseason All-American along with teammate Terrence Jones. Some sources, such as Blue Ribbon, selected Connecticut's Andre Drummond as the preseason freshman/newcomer of the year ahead of Davis, although Davis was the only freshman on the ESPN 10-man preseason team. Davis only received 1 vote for the Associated Press preseason All-America team, after most of the pre-conference schedule, but before the 2011-12 Southeastern Conference men's basketball schedule. Davis's teammate Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was mentioned as a possible Southeastern Conference men's basketball player of the year. However, after less than a month of Southeastern Conference play, Davis was not only being mentioned as Conference Player of the Year, but also National Player of the Year. By mid-February, he was considered a National Player of the Year front-runner, with his primary competition coming from Thomas Robinson of Kansas. As the season progressed, he continued to battle Robinson while developing a college-level offensive game. Davis averaged a double-double and 6.5 blocks in the 2 games they played against each other, both on neutral courts. Davis led the Wildcats to a perfect 16-0 record in conference play en route to the SEC Conference regular season championship. Davis finished the year with averages of 14.2 points per game, 10.4 rebounds per game, 4.7 blocks per game and a field goal percentage of 62.3%. The Wildcats entered the SEC tournament as heavy favorites and defeated LSU and Florida before losing to the Vanderbilt Commodores in the championship game. Despite the loss, the Wildcats earned the number 1 overall seed in the 2012 NCAA Men's Division I basketball tournament. In the Wildcats' 6 NCAA tournament games, Davis averaged 15.2 points, 11.2 rebounds, and 4.6 blocks per game, and led the team to its 8th NCAA championship. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?